Hey guys, welcome to Pages with Sidra. Today we are going to start episode 685 of I Have 90 Billion Licking Gold Coins. If you haven't watched the previous chapters, make sure to check them out on my channel. Now, without any delay, let's dive into the chapter. Chapter 1194, Subduing the Violet Orchid Goddess. This leader took it with my own strength. Why should I return it to you? This heavenly suppression tower was a treasure bestowed upon me by a cosmic venerable. If you seize it, you will be making an enemy of the venerable himself. I hope you think clearly about the consequences. The Violet Orchid Goddess's tone remained calm, though she sounded confident. In truth, she was already at the end of her strength. Actually, giving it back to you isn't impossible, but I have one condition. Work for me for 10 years. When the inheritance of this sacred land ends after 10 years, I'll naturally return it to you. Otherwise, don't even think about escaping today. You, or the heavenly suppression tower. As Chen Yuan's words fell, his army of 380,000 had already formed a barrier, surrounding them completely. The encirclement was absolute. With Chen Yuan's own astonishing strength, combined with his mastery of the space technique near at hand, far as the horizon, there was no way anyone could escape before him. Look, isn't that the Violet Orchid Goddess? She's actually surrounded. How can there be so many people? Those who can enter the second layer of the sacred land's inheritance are less than 1 in 1,000. Yet here, there's a force of over 300,000. And they all seem to be from the same organization. A passerby Holy Sun at Galaxy Level 7 exclaimed in shock. I followed the energy fluctuations here, but I didn't expect such a situation. Even the Violet Orchid Goddess has been forced into a corner. Sister, we absolutely cannot agree to his condition. You are the #1 peerless genius of Violet Star, the pride of a Level 6 civilization. How could you work for this bandit? Become his subordinate? If word gets out, what would happen to the dignity of our Level 6 civilization planet? At worst, we'll give up this sacred land inheritance. Just crush the Holy Sun's order, and we can leave this realm immediately. The Violet Star Holy Sun's face was full of unyielding resolve. If one hadn't seen him begging miserably before, they might really believe he was a fearless hero. TCH, and what's so great about a Level 6 civilization? Our leader is an unmatched monster from a Level 7 civilization. From the very beginning, the leader has been holding back against you. You think the Violet Orchid Goddess has the heavenly suppression tower, but our leader doesn't have top-tier artifacts from a Level 6 civilization. He simply hasn't bothered to bring out all his methods. The leader has led us through countless obstacles in the first layer of the sacred land, and in the end, we fought an earth-shaking battle against 1,000,000 star-eating beasts. Using his unmatched foundation, we achieved victory and opened a fixed space channel to the second layer of the sacred land. His strength is far beyond your imagination. You're overestimating yourselves. The Netherworld Holy Sun stepped forward, blowing Chen Yuan's legend up to the heavens in front of everyone. These words sent shockwaves through the hearts of countless geniuses present. Even the Violet Orchid Goddess was shaken. So the thing he absorbed earlier was the core of a star-eating beast. That explains why he had so many. 1,000,000 star-eating beasts. Even I wouldn't stand a chance. Even the top 10 monsters who've reached the 5th layer of the sacred land might not be able to defeat them. This man withstood the crushing gravity of the heavenly suppression tower, millions of times heavier than normal, without dying. His body's endurance clearly exceeds the galaxy level. It might be at the Star River level already. If it's under the command of a peerless genius from a Level 7 civilization, following him for a time as a subordinate wouldn't be too humiliating. I could reluctantly accept it. The Violet Orchid Goddess thought for a moment. With the situation being what it was, she could only temporarily yield. If it weren't for her younger brother Violet Star Holy Sun, and wanting to help him obtain a venerable's inheritance, she would have long gone to a Level 5 civilization's sacred land to seek her own fortune, instead of wasting time in the second layer. Fine, I'll agree to your condition, but I will not obey every order you give. If it's something that violates my bottom line, I'll refuse. Also, return everything you robbed from my brother. Deal. Chen Yuan waved his hand casually. 6 spatial rings flew back, landing in Violet Star Holy Sun's hands. He actually subdued even the Violet Orchid Goddess. This tree-cutting alliance, I think I've heard of them. Their members carry a flag with an axe symbol. I heard that in the first layer of the sacred land, their power grew terrifyingly fast, expanding to an army of over 1 million. And by securing the first fixed teleportation channel, they can recruit over 100,000 holy sons a day. So, to open a fixed teleportation channel, you have to defeat 1 million star-eating beasts? No wonder no one has done it for tens of millions of years. True top-tier inheritors can quickly reach the second layer on their own and won't waste time. But those with weaker strength can't inspire loyalty, and without an army, there's no way to defeat 1 million star-eating beasts. Many inheritor holy sons began murmuring to themselves, some even seeming tempted to join. At this moment, the holy son's orders in everyone's hands suddenly lit up again. Ding! Congratulations to Gu Yuzi for entering the 6th layer of the Sacred Land's inheritance. Ding! Congratulations to Hun Yuan Holy Son for entering the 6th layer of the Sacred Land. Ding! Congratulations to Nirvana Holy Son for entering the 6th layer of the Sacred Land. Ding! Congratulations to Tong Tian Holy Son for entering the 6th layer of the Sacred Land. Ding! Congratulations to Time Wheel Holy Son for entering the 6th layer of the Sacred Land. Current number of inheritors in each Sacred Land layer. First layer, 8,929.6 trillion. Second layer, 39.9 billion. Third layer, 16.86 million. Fourth layer, 19,863. Fifth layer, 98. Sixth layer, 5. Seeing this information, all the inheritors gasped in shock. So fast. Already in the 6th layer? This generation's peerless monsters are advancing much faster than the last. 5 top monsters entered the 6th layer all at once. It's very possible more than one person will reach the 7th layer this time. Do you think anyone this generation can reach the 8th layer? Hard to say. In the last Universe Prodigy competition, only one reached the 7th layer. As for the 8th layer, that was 20 generations ago, when one person even reached the 9th layer. That was 30 million years ago. It's practically a legend now. Countless holy sons discussed in amazement. Even Chen Yuan frowned slightly. Originally, he had no particular desire to compete. But the rankings on the holy sons order kept appearing every so often, constantly reminding him that there were already over 30 billion in the 2nd layer. It left him with no sense of accomplishment at all. Chapter 1195, Deputy Commander. The 2nd Holy Land. It can be roughly divided into 2 regions. The first region is called the Sea of Flowers, stretching 1 million miles. Within this boundless sea of flowers grow countless spiritual plants, rare treasures, and precious herbs. Most of them are around 5,000 years old. There are also many young forms of cosmic plant life. Once subdued and nurtured, they can grow to become one of your most important battle companions in the future. This is considered a massive reward for any prodigy who enters the 2nd Holy Land. Even a single 5,000-year-old treasure herb could be worth a fortune. If one is lucky enough to find something 10,000 years old, or even tens of thousands of years old, it would be even more priceless. Overall, this region is relatively safe. Aside from competition between the holy sons themselves, one generally won't encounter overly dangerous attacks here. Because of this, the earlier one enters the 2nd Holy Land, the more benefits they can obtain. Chen Yuan and his large force arrived relatively late, so the 2nd Holy Land might have already been searched once, leaving only leftovers. Aside from the million-mile Sea of Flowers, the other region is the Misty Jungle. The Misty Jungle is dozens of times larger than the Sea of Flowers. It is shrouded in endless, boundless fog. This fog is not ordinary. It is formed from liquefied energy, a special phenomenon. Inside the energy mist, vision is greatly obstructed, and even spiritual sense is heavily suppressed, making it impossible to sense far. The dangers within the mist naturally far surpass those in the Sea of Flowers, and it is especially easy to get lost. But wealth lies in danger. It is precisely because the Misty Jungle is covered in boundless fog and contains many unknown threats that the holy sons are reluctant to venture deep. Yet within it grow many 10,000-year or even million-year-old treasure herbs. Many cosmic overlords have also left behind their inheritances within. The probability of finding an overlord's inheritance here is very high, much higher than in the first Holy Land. Boss, from what I know, to enter the third Holy Land, we must pass through the misty jungle. There is an anti-flying formation above it, so flight is impossible. We must travel on foot. Even many powerful prodigies will get lost in the mist. Once you lose your sense of direction, it's impossible to pass through. But our tree-cutting alliance has a unique advantage. As long as we cut a straight path through, we won't get lost. Netherworld Holy Sun quickly offered his advice. TCH, only an idiot would think of that. You think the misty jungle is all flat? Inside are giant mountains, lakes, rivers, and hills. Going straight through is impossible. The mountains in the Holy Land are unbelievably hard and dense, immovable. Maybe you could level one mountain with enough manpower, but what about 100,000 mountains, or 1,000,000? Are you going to flatten them all? Purple Bright Holy Sun sneered in rebuttal. TCH, loser, still daring to talk big? Who is it just now kneeling and calling me daddy? Netherworld Holy Sun coldly mocked back. You're looking for death. Let's duel one-on-one. I'm not dueling you. Got the guts? Let's brawl in a group. You've gone too far. The tension flared instantly, the air thick with hostility. Enough. Purple Bright, haven't you caused me enough trouble? Sis. Purple Bright Holy Sun felt utterly stifled. As a holy son of a level 6 civilization and a scion of a dominant clan, when had he ever suffered such humiliation? Yet now, he could only swallow his anger. Even his elder sister was under someone's control. It was maddening. Purple Bright Holy Sun, come with me. I have something to discuss privately. Chen Yuan spoke calmly. Hearing this, Purple Bright nearly wet himself on the spot. The slap marks on his face were still swollen. Never hit the face. He'd only made a small retort. Did the big boss really need to take action himself? Goddess Purple Orchid, rest assured, I won't harm your brother. With a wave of his hand, Chen Yuan grabbed Purple Bright Holy Sun and set up a spatial barrier. Inside the barrier, others could neither see nor hear them, but Chen Yuan could still observe the outside. This was one use of the spatial laws. Is Chen Yuan planning to use a soul-controlling secret art on me? He must be displeased with me, wanting to take revenge and strike me down. Thud. Before Chen Yuan could even speak, Purple Bright Holy Sun dropped to his knees, trembling, his face pale. Boss, please, give me another chance. I'll never speak out of turn again. Purple Bright Holy Sun, what do you mean? I just want to discuss something with you. Here's the thing. Our tree-cutting alliance has been growing fast. We get about 100,000 new Holy Suns joining every day. So I've set up positions for squad leaders, mid-captains, and great captains. A great captain commands 10,000 Holy Suns. We already have nearly 50 great captains. So I've decided to add a deputy commander position above them. A deputy commander will temporarily lead 200,000 troops. I believe that, in terms of both status and strength, you are more than qualified to serve as deputy commander. What do you think? Chen Yuan smiled. Purple Bright Holy Sun was stunned. He'd thought he was a hostage, but instead the heavens had dropped a meat pie in his lap. Deputy commander? Leading 200,000 troops? If he fought with 200,000 underlings, wouldn't it be whoever blocks us dies, whoever stops us gets crushed? He could strut across the Holy Land like a king. Boss, are you serious? Of course. In truth, we never had any real grudge, just a small conflict that's now resolved. No need to dwell on it. Also, your sister, Goddess Purple Orchid, I greatly admire her. With her strength, joining our alliance will add another top-tier powerhouse to our ranks. When the time is right, I'll give her the position of chief commander, leading 1,000,000 troops. Chen Yuan was painting big dreams. Purple Bright Holy Sun's heart pounded with excitement. Looking at Chen Yuan's gaze of appreciation, indeed, gold will shine anywhere. Faced with such enormous power, his earlier grudges instantly evaporated. That's it for today's chapter recap. If you enjoyed the breakdown, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay updated with the latest manga, manhwa, and manhwa recaps. Got thoughts on today's chapter? Drop them in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on the story. See you in the next one. Until then, keep turning the pages.